it's nice.
Your another song is a hit, One in a Million, is known all around the world. How do you feel, what feelings do you have about this?
About the song?
About that your song is known all around the world. How do you feel about this?
Yeah, it's a great feeling, of course. It was one of my biggest goals to record to write the song, because I wrote it for the movie, of course. But to write the song that becomes timeless, that a song that lasts from one era to another, kind of, and it never becomes unmodern, really. You know, that would be fantastic to be able to write a song like that, and that was one of my goals, and I actually
achieved it.
Yeah, you know, of course, like you can have some people have hits and it's like #1 in more countries, and you know, like this, but since it was in the movie, and the record companies I worked with then that wanted to go with the song, they did a good job, and in some places it was #1, and it's really difficult to get to the #1 spot if you're an unknown artist like I was, because then it's the song that it has to be the drive behind it. So but it was one of my goals, and also to get the song in the movie. That was the second goal.
Yeah.
So I achieved both.
Is it true that an actress and producer of Miss Congeniality, Sandra Bullock, invited you personally to sing the song in the movie, and talk to co-producers to approve One in a Million as the main song in the soundtrack? Is it true?
Yeah, it was like the guy who puts the songs in her movies at that time, because like you said, she produced this movie, and her company produced it, so she did by herself. But they had to. The guy who puts the music in her own movies, he worked at Capitol at that time. Capitol Records, who was my record company in Los Angeles. So, and he heard my song when I was working. It was just the demos at that time, but he heard the song, and it's like, I think, you know, this is a good song to put. You know, I will check with her, and I would like to have it in the final in the movie. And we didn't know anything about the movie then at that time, because Miss Congeniality was like now Miss Secret Agent 2, you know. But at that time, it was going to be comedy, and I thought, oh, okay, it's like a love song, but it's a comedy. That's interesting. But he put it in the movie. He showed it to Sandra Bullock when she was recording the movie. I think they started earlier, and she listened to it, and she tried to walk to it. It's like, oh, you're gonna walk, and we're gonna dance to it. Oh, yeah, it works. And then when he said, like, yeah, she's been, wow, I just like, wow, cool. She heard the song, and she's been trying to walk to it, and she liked it really a lot. And then the next thing, she actually, they called, and I talked to her, and she explained how she wanted to have the song. I wanted to be, exactly. I wanted to be how it should be produced. Like I wanted to be sexy. We should be able to dance to it, and and all these things. And I so we talked about the production. So that was also cool to talk to her. And then afterwards, she also invited me down to the set, and she said, like, you should come down here and just check when we shoot it. You know, the whole scene with the song and everything. And I was like, yeah. So I flew down to Atlanta. I think it was Atlanta where they shot this scene, and and I was there in the audience. When you see the movie, you can see the audience, and I was sitting up there just watching all this. And they said, playback, and they came out, and she was like, and I was like, yeah. And at first I sat among the monitors, because she was running back and forth and checking monitors, and I got to sit there, when she came, like, so she was very nice, and so it was really cool to be by the set, and I always, at that time, I always had a video camera with me, but of course it's forbidden to shoot when they are recording everything, and it's like the actors and the film crew and everything, you can't shoot in there. But I did it anyway. I went up in the audience, and because they have this paper audience in the end, it's like just fake pictures. In the beginning, down in front of the stage is real people, and then a little bit more up they have like fake people, paper
people.
Yeah, paper. And then I went up there with my little bag, and I was like going in, and I sat there, and it was like a little bit dark, and among these paper pictures, and I was like, and then they had the smoke over here, and the smoke guy over here, and I was like, okay, playback. And I took my camera, video camera, so I shot like when they were shooting this film, and it's of course forbidden, but.
So is it in your private,
yes.
Your private,
I also wanted to show, I wanted to show the record company what it's going to look like, because I was there, nobody knew what was going to be the song in the movie, and I wanted to come home and just show them this is what it's going to look like, the song, and they're going to, so that's what I wanted to show. So it was kind of cool that I recorded it like a bootleg kind of.